Recent data from the Government Accountability Office shows crimes against Postal Service workers have increased in the recent years. In 2019, there are about 600 instances of violent crimes against postal workers. That number nearly doubled by 2023 to around 1,200. Well, last summer we showed you this frightening video of a USPS worker in Greensboro being robbed at gunpoint. 4 people were arrested in the case. Authorities say they were also responsible for mail carrier robberies here in Charlotte. Authorities say oftentimes thieves are looking to steal arrow keys. It's what mail carriers use to get into cluster mailboxes you often see at apartment complexes. Well, in response to the crimes, the United States Postal Service started Project Safe Delivery in May of 2023.
Today, local post leaders met to give an update on how the effort has prevented crimes. WBTV's Claire Kopsky is at the U.S. Postal Office in Uptown with more on this safety concern.
When I asked fearful letter carriers if they've felt safer since this initiative launched nearly 2 years ago, they said not only have they not heard of Project Safe Delivery, but they also haven't seen any improvements and protections for mail carriers. However, today the Postal Inspector says improvements have been made, not only for the mail carriers, but for customers.
As an organization, the United States Postal Inspection Service is charged with protecting the integrity of the nation's mail.
It's a task the U.S. Postal Inspection Service says they've carried with pride as the oldest federal law enforcement agency for nearly 250 years.
We take this job seriously, but lately, mail theft and other crimes have threatened this connection.
To combat the robberies and other crimes against postal workers and mail thefts to customers, the agency rolled out Project Safe Delivery.
Since May of 2023, the Project Safe Delivery has resulted in a 27% decrease in letter carrier robberies across the nation.
The agency also boasted 2,400 arrests related to mail theft and letter carrier robberies since the program began.
We seek the public's assistance on helping us find the suspects.
To do so, the Postal Inspector launched a social media campaign called Wanted Wednesdays and are increasing the rewards for those who help lead them to an arrest. For cases involving the robbery of a letter carrier, the reward increased from $50,000 to $150,000. And for cases involving mail theft or other postal crimes, the reward increased from $10,000 to $100,000. It's just one part of the initiative that the Postal Inspector hopes will cut back on crime against the nation's mail system.
Every day you see your letter carriers day in and day out. They are an important part of the community. Help us keep them safe, and if you see something, please notify us.
One of the ways letter carriers were being targeted was with their access to the lockbox keys. During a Q&A today, the Postal Inspector said they are making enhancements to the boxes and the blue boxes nationwide to help eliminate that issues for carriers going forward. The letter carriers that I spoke with today say that they haven't heard of any of these improvements coming to the Charlotte area yet, but they do say that they think that these improvements are needed. In Charlotte, I'm Claire Kopsky, WBTV, on your side.
Claire, thank you. A local group wants more